Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
and we have 9 yes.
Thank you very much. Item number 7 on your agenda is the election of chairman for the Board of Commissioners. At this time, I will accept nominations for the position of county chair of the Board of Commissioners.
Madam Clerk,
Chair.
I'd like to entertain Bob Skolnick for that position.
Support.
So it's been, so Commissioner Skolnick has been nominated by Commissioner Sear and seconded by Commissioner Hughes. Are there any other nominations for chair of the board? Are there any other nominations for chair of the board? Are there any nominations for the chair of the board? Hearing none, I will rule that the election of the chair of the board is now closed. And the
Madam Clerk?
election,
Madam Chair, I would like to request a unanimous ballot for Chairman of Bob Skolnick.
I would
Second,
support that.
so it's been moved by Commissioner Nash and seconded by Commissioner Hughes that a unanimous ballot be cast for the election of Commissioner Skolnick as chair of the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners. We'll do a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Sear,
Yes.
Commissioner Hubby Wright,
yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
and we have 9 yes.
Thank you very much. At this time, Commissioner, did you not get called, Commissioner Hovey Wright?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's a swearing in. I
Yeah,
had him.
so at this time, we will ask our newly elected chair for the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners, Commissioner Skolnick, to please raise his right hand and repeat after me for the oath of office. I, Commissioner Bob Skolnick,
I, Commissioner Bob Skolnick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Chairperson to the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners
Chairperson to the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, you have now been sworn in as the chairperson, and I
Congratulations,
will step.
Bob.
Congratulations, Bob.
Madam Clerk,
Congratulations.
can I'd like to make some remarks after the business is ended, but I would like to
So
say.
you're now in charge, Commissioner, and we'll
You can do it.
continue with number 8. We've sworn you in. You now continue with the rest of the agenda, and it's all your
Oh, really?
opportunity and responsibility.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I would like to make a motion to elect Charles Nash for vice chair.
Support.
Point of order.
Point of order. What is your point of order, Commissioner Laring?
We haven't got to item 8 and the chair hasn't. Has the chair opened that for election yet?
So the item 8 has been taken care of. He
We
was
just did.
sworn in and took his oath of office. He raised his right hand and he swore to solemnly swear and follow the Constitution. So what is your point of order?
My point of order is he didn't ask for nominations or being offered without the ask.
Correct. There was a little somebody was a little too enthusiastic.
Oh, that would be me. I didn't know I had to do it that way.
Okay, yeah, I'll move on in the agenda, but before I move forward, I would like to say that I think it's snowing right now somewhere in the universe. Okay, so item 9 is the election of vice chair. I would accept nominations for the vice chair.
So
I
moved.
nominate Charles. Okay.
I will support that.
Okay, wait, Marcia, you just said.
Yes.
What did you say? You just said, you didn't say a name or anything just now.
I support your, oh, I'm sorry. It's a repeat of what I did before, that I nominate Charles Nash for vice
Support.
chair.
Okay, we have Charles Nash. Nash has been placed in nomination for vice chair. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? And are there any other nominations? If not, I would ask the clerk to do a roll call vote on the election of the vice chair of Charles Nash.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring,
No.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Pass.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Can I pass? Can you come back to me?
That is acceptable.
Okay. Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Seer,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago.
Yes.
8 yes, 1 no.
Well, congratulations to Charles Nash. I don't, Nancy, do you swear in the vice chair?
Yes, I will.
Okay, please.
Commissioner Nash, please raise your right hand. I usually see you on my screen. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Vice Chairperson
Vice Chairperson
to the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners
to the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for your votes.
Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations, Charles. All right, the next item of business is adoption of the 2021 calendar that was in our packets today. I assume that as soon as we adopt these, by tomorrow, they'll be up on our Outlook calendars.
Motion to adopt the calendar. Second.
Support.
I would like to amend it. Make an amendment
And what would that be?
that we go back to the 4 o'clock time. I know it was 4 o'clock when I came in 2 years ago. And many constituents have said that it's, especially those who are still working, that was made it harder for them to participate. So I would like to move back to the 4 o'clock time
I'll second your
to
motion.
accommodate, people that are still working.
I second Marcia's motion.
Okay, I'll ask for discussion of that, but I would like to make a comment myself.
I'll second.
Is there a second? Is that
Yeah.
Commissioner Laren, you made?
Yes, I seconded the motion, the amendment.
If we move it to 4 o'clock, it'll be 4 o'clock, that's fine, but I've been here for a long time and I was on the city council in Norton Shores, and whether it's 3:30 or 4 o'clock, I can tell you, the number of people that show up isn't gonna change.
Agreed.
But-
I agree with you, Bob.
And the other thing is, since we're now running frequently 3 committee meetings in the same meeting, and sometimes even starting at 3:30, they go over to 5:30, once in a while to 6. It's just gonna make that worse. A half hour, that's just my opinion. I'm just one vote, so. Is anyone else, anybody else have any comments on that?
No matter what time you make it, people aren't going to be able to come. People work all hours of the day or night. If somebody wants to make it, they're going to make it a priority to make it.
I have to agree with that. It makes it harder on our staff, all the people at the doors and everything. If we have to stay open longer, I prefer to keep it where it is too.
You know, plus, if I may, the fact that it's online and live now, you don't have to go to the county building to see it. You can see it on your phone. So anyway, that's my opinion. So there's been a motion. If there's no more comment, it's had a second. So we'll have a roll call vote, please.
On the
Commissioner Hughes?
amendment first, right?
Oh, wait a minute. We'll have, yes,
the motion?
we'll vote on the amendment first. So we're voting on changing the time from the current 3:30 to 4 o'clock. So a vote yes means we change it to 4 o'clock. No means it stays at 3:30.
Commissioner Hughes,
No,
Commissioner Laring,
I'm logged off. Are you online here, Doug? Yes. So I'm gonna vote yes to the amendment.
Are you there? Commissioner Loring was. Hello? Are you there? Commissioner Loring was us on the amendment, and I will too.
Commissioner Nash, Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Pass. Can you come back to me? Thank you.
Commissioner Wilkins,
No.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
He already voted.
Commissioner Sear,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash,
Did you not get my vote?
I did not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I
What was
voted yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Can you come back to me, please?
I think you're the last.
No, well, we're missing.
other than the chair.
Who am I missing?
The chair.
Chairman Skolnick hasn't voted, has
I
he?
haven't voted yet. I'm gonna vote no.
Yeah, they adopted the rules.
Commissioner Pago,
You already have a unanimous, yeah, or you have a majority, yes. I'm gonna vote, no.
She is not paying attention.
5
So-
yes, 4 no.
Okay, so.
So
are-
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes,
that was
yes,
that was the amendment to change the time. Now
correct.
you have to go back to adopt the 2021 calendar.
All right, so now we're going to vote on adopting the 2021 calendar. That had been moved and supported, Nancy? Right.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we'll have, is there any other discussion on that? So the only difference will be all the times So that document you're seeing in front of you will say 4 PM unless otherwise noted. We'll have a roll call vote on the calendar.
Commissioner Skolnick, before we do that,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to put out there, maybe to our staff, if somehow we could maybe schedule that public works meeting on a separate day. That way it doesn't have to wait on our meeting because it'll be after 5 before we ever start the meeting.
Yes, we already did.
Okay, great.
Okay, roll call. Linda?
Commissioner Laring,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Sear,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick.
Yes.
9 yes.
Okay, so we have a calendar and hopefully it'll show up on our Outlook calendars quickly. The next item is item 12, adoption of the Administrative Settlement Authority. That was in your packet also.
So moved.
Support.
We have a motion that's been supported. Is there any discussion on this? We do this every 2 years.
So this is, Mr. Chair,
Yes,
this is not a change. It's just a re-upping.
Mark, do you want to clarify that?
Yeah, this is correct. There's no change.
Great, thank you.
Chair?
Okay,
Mr. Chair?
yes, Kim.
It says Administrative Settlement
I
Authority
have a question, Mr. Chair.
on the agenda, and then on the page behind it, it says Administrators Spending Authority. I assume those two mean the same thing?
Correct.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I have a question also.
Yes, Mr. Laring.
So it doesn't specify these amounts of 15,000 and 25,000. Is this once a day, once a week, once per item? I'm not sure what this actually means.
This is Mark. If we had scenarios where there was emergencies in place that occurred once a day, it could happen. I have not, over the last 6 years, I think I only used this once.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question though. Is this once per item, once per month, once per week? How does it work?
I
Once
think,
per
Mark,
item.
I think that would be once per
Is this
event,
once
yes.
per item,
Yes.
once per month, once per week? How does it work?
Once per item.
Mr. Laring, the thing is, what this is, if there is an emergency repair, something goes down that just cannot wait. That's what this is for. But I think as Mr. Eisenbarth said, Mark, you just said you've used this once in 6 years.
Correct.
Can I ask a question?
Mr. Chair? Oh, go ahead, Melinda.
This falls in line with what statutory? It's not outside of any statutorial guidelines, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
I think, I don't know, but it might be good to have somewhere in there the verbiage that this is mainly used in emergency situations or something, because I didn't really see that at all when I read through it.
Good point.
Mark, do you remember the time you used it, what you used it for?
There might, I think there was emergency this last year actually on something that we spent. I don't recall. Maybe Beth does. But you raised a good point on another thing that was in here for, based on what 12 says, is the settlement authority. If there was a settlement to be had with a lawsuit or something and the timing didn't work out, that this would apply as well. But again, doesn't happen very often. Again, if it did, maybe once that I can recall. We try to bring it all back under closed session, as you will know, in the coming next two full board meetings. We have 2 closed sessions coming up.
And Mark usually coordinates with the board chair immediately and comes back as soon as possible to the board. And in any situation, although this has not happened frequently, Mark is very good about getting back with the board and letting us know anything that happens, whether it involves spending or not.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I think one of the things we got to keep in mind is because of the size of the county's infrastructure, there are things out there that are just expensive if they go bad. For example, if there was a boiler repair that couldn't wait in the Hall of Justice, I suspect, I mean, if it's happened once in 6 years, all the years I've been here, it's never been abused. I don't suspect it will be. I don't think it's enough, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to bring that up just because $15,000 is a lot of money for an individual, but it's not a lot in some of our buildings and some of our equipment that we have. But
Commissioner Skolnick,
yes,
I'd just like to say, just a few months ago, we had some sheer winds come through the wastewater and knock down a whole bunch of power poles that had to be put back up immediately so that none of our lagoons went down. And that was a situation that could have involved this situation.
okay. All right, if there's no other comments or questions on this, we'll have a roll call vote, please, Linda.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Sear,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring,
No.
Chairman Skolnick.
Yes,
8 yes, 1 no.
okay, thank you. The next item is item 13, which is approval of the county board contribution policy. And that was included in your packet.
So move.
Second.
Support.
Okay. I have a motion that's been supported. Is there any comments? Any comments on that? If not, we'll vote. Linda, roll call, please.
Commissioner Pago,
Pass, can you come back to me? Thank you.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Sear,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Chairman Skolnick,
Yes. Not
Commissioner
yes.
Pago.
Okay.
Yes.
9 yes.
Okay, so that passes. The next item of business is the 2021 committee assignments, chair and vice chair appointments. Those, I believe, are being emailed to you as we are here right now. Linda or Nancy, are those being sent out right now?
Yeah, you have.
They are received. I have mine.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is done. There are other appointments, which I will do by Thursday. It's to some of the other, there's numerous other, like the Veterans Advisory Board and the DHS Board. There's a number of other appointments. I'll have those for you Thursday when we meet again, or you'll get, those will be emailed, but it'll be done by Thursday. The next item is public comment, but before we do that, if you don't mind, I just have some short remarks I'd like to make. I didn't know how today was going to go, but I want to thank my fellow commissioners for having faith in me, for electing me to be chairman of the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners. I know I have the experience now in my 10th term as a commissioner. I served for over 10 years as a Norton Shores City Councilman. I built a business from just me to about 100 employees, and I've chaired some of the largest nonprofit agencies in West Michigan. I do understand that we have political and philosophical differences, but we are a county and not the US Congress. I've always believed that the proper function of government is to do for the people those things that have to be done, but cannot be done or done as well by individuals, and that the most effective government is government closest to the people. I also believe that our government and our lives are better when we build bridges and not walls. I hope and pray that we can work together to listen and to respect each other so we can accomplish much more together than we can as individuals. I hope you'll join me as a team, and together we can meet any challenge. So thank you again. Okay, the next item is public comment. Has anybody got any, is there anybody out there? How many people are on this call? 55.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
I see.
Are we going to vote on these committee appointments?
Oh,
No, they're assignments by the chair.
I was talking to the board chair, ma'am.
those were my appointments. There is no
Thank you.
vote on.
So just, I don't believe that that's correct. I believe that the chairperson of the board appoints, but the Board of Commissioner approves the appointments.
Oh, okay. That's not how I understood it, but if
So-
I'd like to motion to approve your appointments.
So moved.
Second,
okay, we have a motion to, I'm sorry, I misunderstood that. I thought that was it was just something that I did. But I have, who made the motion? Was that Commissioner Laring?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Laring.
Yes.
Do I have support?
Yes.
Willerstein supported.
Commissioner Willerstein supported it.
Okay, so we have, the motion is to approve the 2021 committee assignments, chair and vice chair appointments. Commissioner Laring made the motion. Commissioner Wilkins supported it. Is there any discussion? If not, we'll vote. Linda, please, roll call.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Seer,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes,
Commissioner Laring,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Yes,
Chairman Skolnick.
Yes, thank you for that.
9 yes.
Okay. I'd just like to remark that I see the corporate counsel is on the call. I seldom make a mistake, but if I do, you're welcome to call my attention as soon as possible.
Well, just so we're clear, your board rules state that, and this is section 1A of Rule 8, says the chairperson of the County Board of Commissioners shall, by the first regularly scheduled Board of Commissioners meeting following the organizational meeting of the board, designate the regular committees of the board and designate the chairperson and vice chairperson as a membership of each committee for the ensuing year. Such appointments are subject to approval of the majority of the commission.
Okay, so this could have been done Thursday, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, I could not stand 2 more days of this. So,
Mom, there's only.
all right, so that's been approved. We now have item 15, public comment.
do we have any board comments before public comment?
We can, it could be anybody.
I just have a question. I don't know if I have to wait till a committee meeting or whatever, but I was just reviewing the county emails and there was some items for reuse. I can't seem to find the one that I wanted to address, but there's some big items that I don't know where they came from because I can't find the email right now. So I was just curious about those. And if we
I
had
think
to
most
buy
of those were from the wastewater. The wastewater had
Yes.
several items on there.
Yes, correct.
So what we try to do is offer them internally before we offer them up to sell to the general public.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, if we had opportunity to sell. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay,
And Commissioner, not Commissioner, Chairman Skolnick,
yes.
I invited our director, Kathy Moore, to provide an update on our vaccines in the county. Could she speak?
Yes, she may. And if I could just say, Prosecutor Hilson, I know you're there. So I'll call on you as soon as Kathy is done. Kathy?
Thank you very much, Chairman Skolnick. We, Public Health, are working with our community partners, Mercy Health, Health West, Hackley Community Care, and Muskegon Family Care to vaccinate in phase 1A at this time. We are diligently collecting information and trying to reach out to those top priority groups, 1A, which are healthcare workers that interact directly with vulnerable populations. We have begun collecting information for phase, the next phase, which Mark Eisenbarth will serve as the point of contact for county departments as well as municipalities across the county. And that group will also be vetted and prioritized into subgroups. In addition, we have, I met with the school superintendents today, and they are collecting information to also move into the next phase, which could start as early as next week. And we are working on the venue for those age 75 and older, which is going to be a bigger group. And then the general population would be another group. And we haven't got there yet, but we're still in the planning stages. So I will pause and answer any questions.
Kathy, this is Commissioner Wilkins. Would you have to go to a hospital to get that, or are you going to have a designated place?
At this time, we have four locations. Mercy Health has the Pfizer vaccine. The other 3 locations, which is Public Health, administered on our behalf by Health West staff. Hackley Community Care and Muskegon Family Care is the Moderna. And so, yeah, it really depends on the timing of things. It could be either. But if, if going to the hospital is not conducive, then we would make sure that we schedule at one of the other locations.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, Marcia.
Yeah, Kathy, would we be contacting our doctors?
We are working with Mercy Health, and I just received an email from Dr. Justin Grill. That is the preference, because the doctor has the electronic health record and the chart and knows the history. But there's going to be some doctors' offices that don't have the capacity, and we're going to have to sort of group and redirect people to the closest location.
And my doctor is a Spectrum doctor. Will that make a difference?
That will make a difference. I just got an update from Spectrum Health today. They are behind the schedule, so they are just now vaccinating their doctors within their organization. And part of that, we believe, is because they were waiting on the Moderna vaccine so that they can ship it to Muskegon. I don't think they have a freezer that could hold the Pfizer here in Muskegon. So that will make a difference. But once we get rolling, I mean, the state is really looking at pushing this vaccine out at a much faster pace. And we expect everybody who wants a vaccination to have received it, even the second dose, by spring, March and April. And we are still, looking at those subgroups and scheduling the next phase as early as next week.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kathy. I'm just going to make a comment. About a week ago, I got a text message from my wife's nursing home that they would be administering the Moderna vaccine tomorrow. And I asked because I'm a caregiver and a transporter, and I will be there tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock to get my shot. Well, anyway, here's what I'm suggesting. Any of you who are getting a shot because you are public figures and kind of high profile, I suggest that you have a picture taken while you're getting the shot. And if you're on Facebook, put it on your Facebook page to encourage others to do the same thing. It's important. It's getting worse. It's been driving me personally crazy because I'm worried about giving it to my wife. It would kill her. And I'll be really glad when I get the shot tomorrow morning. So anybody else got anything for Kathy?
Glad that worked out for you, Bob.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
So
Kathy, just want to say thank you as a new commissioner, and I know we've worked in the past, so thank you so much for all your input and what you've done.
Thank you. And I just, I can't just say how blessed and fortunate I feel as a health director to have some amazing community partners who have really assisted public health, because we try to stay lean and mean and maybe not so mean, but we could not do this with our community partners. So I appreciate Mercy Health, Health West, Hackley Community Care, United Way, and just a plethora of organizations.
okay, so
Kathy, thank you.
Thanks.
thank you.
We have some hands up.
Right, DJ had his hand up for 15 minutes. DJ, are you still there? Yeah.
Unmute, DJ.
I can't. Oh, there we go. No,
You're there.
actually, I was just gonna. Well, first and foremost, congratulations to both you, Mr. Skolnick, and you, Commissioner Nash, on your appointments to chair and vice chair. I was going to ask if you're going to make public your choices for chair and vice chair of the various committees, but I just received an email from Kathy Tharp about 5 minutes ago. So I guess you're off the hook with me, but maybe not with the rest of the public.
Oh. I learned in this process that whatever you do, somebody doesn't like it. It's impossible.
You're just now learning that, Bob?
I am. Well, if you own the company, then people don't complain as much, but I don't own the company here. So anyway, whatever. It all works out in the end, I hope. So DJ, thank you very much. Anybody else? Is there anybody?
Yes, we have two hands up.
Okay, go ahead.
Supervisor Hodges.
Oh, me. I get to go first. Hi, Jennifer Hodges, Supervisor of Muskegon Township. First, I want to welcome the new commissioners, especially because I've not met most of you. And I'm looking forward to working collaboratively on the different committees and between the municipalities. So welcome and congratulations, Commissioner Skolnick and Commissioner Nash.
Thank you.
I'm hoping, really, my main point for public comment is hopefully Kathy Moore is still on the line. And I want to highlight maybe a possible need for retail pharmacy employees to somehow move into the process of being vaccinated. I have experience in pharmacy, so I have some people, and I have large pharmacies in our township. I have some people that have reached out to me because they want to know where they get on this list or how. And maybe perhaps we can facilitate that. Oftentimes, retail pharmacy employees are unsung heroes of healthcare. They interact with thousands of people every day. So just kind of throwing that out there while I have your ear. Thank you.
That is awesome. And we don't know who we've missed because we have these lists, we reach out, and there are so many that fall between the cracks. So thank you for bringing that. If you forward us that information, and what would really be great is to forward me a contact person who knows even the broader list, and we will get them done this week if we can.
Okay. I'd also like to just point something out. If you look at the Muskegon Township Supervisor, Jennifer Hodges, and if you look behind her in that picture on the wall, that's me.
Oh.
I don't know why it's there. It's been there for a long time, but I think Jennifer has some kind of mental problem.
You know, it's covering up a hole, I think.
Nice job, Susie. Boy.
All right, Mark, who else has their hand?
Chairman, we got Director, please unmute Julia.
Julia, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, congratulations, of course. I totally agree that you should post and encourage others to get vaccinated. What I would ask you to do is to include in there that the reason that you've been vaccinated is because you are a volunteer caregiver for your wife. Commissioners would fall in the 1B category. We're not quite there yet, most of you. You know, we've also, we're running that vaccination clinic, and you have a lot of people showing up that want a vaccine, that think they deserve it. They don't understand why somebody's getting it before they are. So really good communication to the public about who's getting vaccinated and why is pretty important. And Commissioner, you're in Group 1A because of your relationship and your caretaking to your wife. So we want to be careful that we don't. Right.
Well,
get
you know what,
wrong message out there.
Julie, I will mention all that, plus the fact that I'm over 75.
The over 75 group we're not doing yet either.
Oh,
1B.
Yeah, you're in 1B. So or we could say you're essential workers. I'll let Kathy weigh in, and you'd still be in Group 1B as commissioners. So the 1A group is a really long list, and there's a lot of healthcare folks. Even the pharmacists would fall in that group in 1A that are not in that we would try to get to first. And we're getting a lot of complaints about you know, people just want everything to be fair. So I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, Mark.
We have one more. Yes, Tony Barnes.
Thank you. I want to say congratulations to Commissioner Skolnick, Chair Skolnick, and Vice Chair Charles Nash, and welcome all the new commissioners. I do appreciate the chairman bringing up potentially posting this on social media, but I have a little, I guess, a direct question. Is there a continuity of governance within the county commission board rules, similar to what you'd see at maybe the state or national level? Do we have that at a county level? Anyhow, thanks. I look forward to an answer.
Mr. Chair, I have a public comment if I may.
Yes.
I would like to make a motion that the election of board chairs for 1 year. Mr. Chair, I have a public comment that the election of board chairs for 1 year.
Second.
Support.
Wait, I didn't, what was that? What was the motion?
There was a motion.
A motion to make the election of board chair for a 1 year term.
I have a comment on that.
A motion to make the election of board chair for a 1 year term.
Okay, wait a minute. So we have a motion. It's been, did somebody second it?
I think Melinda seconded it.
Okay.
She did.
So now, Susie, you were first.
Nobody determined how long the term was for.
Yeah, the term was already established at 2 years. Since you've already elected a chairman at that term, I don't think now is the appropriate time to change that. You've already elected him for a 2 year term. So that if that was an issue, it should have been done at the beginning before we elected him to a 2 year term.
Oh, what are we talking about here? The election chair for what?
Yeah, can I make comments on this?
I think what happened must have been, it wasn't determined the length of time when we did it at the beginning of the meeting. So there's been a
It was
question
determined
on that.
last year. 2 years ago, it was determined.
Michael.
Wait a minute.
I think we need the lawyer.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
They're talking about the chairman of the board, 1-year term.
Oh. It's a two-year term unless otherwise.
They're trying to change it.
Mike, what are the rules on that?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. The County Board of Commissioners, this is MCL 46.3, subparagraph 4. The chairperson shall be elected each odd numbered year for a 2-year term unless County Board of Commissioners provides by resolution that the chairperson shall be elected annually for a 1-year term. The chairperson has received a majority of the votes. In fact, it was unanimous. He is elected for a 2-year term.
That's clarified. Thank you.
Okay.
Bob, can I make a comment on that?
Yes, Charles, go ahead.
I just want to say, I've been on this board a number of years, and even when we had a 1-year term, it was the chairman always stayed the chair for the 2 years. So to me, it's kind of irrelevant. I mean, if there was some reason to change, it probably would have happened in the past, but it's never happened. So I see it kind of as unnecessary. It is a possibility, but I think it's unnecessary unless there's some real issues, and we can always bring that back for a vote. But I just think it's unnecessary.
Marcia?
I think it just wasn't clarified.
I'd just like to add that it takes a while to learn this job, and 1 year is barely enough to learn all the processes and how to initiate things and whatnot. So I think a 2-year term just makes a lot more sense.
Well, I guess the question was, it wasn't specified to begin with, and other boards that I've sat on, it's usually the chairs. It's a 1-year thing based on a yearly basis. So that's just some clarification, and thank you for that.
Okay. Is there anybody else? Any other public comment, Mark? Anybody?
Yes, we have 2 more. Okay. Tammy Jager.
Do we have a motion on the floor?
Oh,
yeah, we have to vote on that first.
Okay, there's a motion.
Corporate counsel says that you don't vote on it.
I don't think we do because it's not valid.
Right.
Well, I would certainly tell you that so for example, let me give you an example. That section that I talked about under subparagraph 4 says a resolution providing for a 1-year term for the chairperson does not shorten the term of office of a sitting chairperson elected for a 2-year term, which means then if you adopted this and considered it a resolution, and we can debate whether it is or is not, that would not shorten the term of the sitting chairperson, Mr. Skolnick, but would shorten the term to 1 year moving forward after his term ends. Now, I don't think that motion constitutes a resolution of the board, so you would have to bring that resolution forth. Otherwise, even if that motion were to pass, it would only affect future chair at best, and even then, I think there's a problem with doing it simply by voice motion rather than by resolution.
Hey, one group can't.
So, Mr. Chair, we voted on this 2 years ago when we elected Susie and Gary. We made that term a 2-year term at that meeting from a 1-year term. So I don't understand why this year something's changed when we're not making that decision for this year.
Mike, since the vote already took place and it specified a 2-year term, you can't, it's done now at this point. Is that correct?
It's done for the current term. I would agree with that under that subparagraph. So under the County Commissioners Act, the default is a 2-year term unless the Board of Commissioners adopts a resolution changing it to a 1-year term. If the Board of Commissioners is free at any time, as I read the statute, to adopt a resolution changing the term from 2 years to 1 year, but that would not affect the current term of the chair of the board.
I will withdraw my motion.
Okay,
Then I
We have a-
withdraw my, too, by the way.
is there any more public comment?
Yes, we do have Tammy Jager.
Tammy, are you
Yes.
there?
Yes, I am here. I hope you all can hear me. I just want to say congratulations to the chairmanship, Bob. Congratulations to the board. And I do have a suggestion. It is painful to listen to these things when you are constantly, not you in particular, Bob, but there are members that are constantly coughing. Also, please work on the agendas. I don't watch this very often because your agenda does not move forward. So I'm stuck on the first page, and then all of a sudden it'll move to page 10. And it is very hard for the public to follow, especially since they're not printed anymore. But I do want to wish you all a new year. And Bob, I do keep your wife in my prayers. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you, Tammy. I miss you. I haven't seen you in years.
I know, it's been a while.
Okay, Tammy, I also, these agendas are all online. You could easily look, you could look at them before the meeting, print it if you wanted. I'm blessed with 2 monitors, so I keep it on the whole thing on another monitor. But okay, so that's the end of public comment. Nobody else, Mark?
Yes, well, myself, I do. I just want to
Okay.
give recognition to the 17 years that Judge
Oh.
Waringo gave to the county, and our prayers go with him and his family. And the funeral is this Saturday.
Okay, yes, I'm
But-
sorry I missed that.
Chairman Skolnick, I also have a comment if I could.
Yes, Commissioner Hughes.
I just wanted to say, Melinda, we can hear your kids in the background very, very clearly too. So you're going to have to kind of watch your mute on that.
Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Or
We have a motion to adjourn. It's been supported. All those, Nancy, do I need a roll call on this? Do you think?
Yes, you should take a roll call just in case the committee's not ready to adjourn.
Okay, Linda? I'm gonna use up all your.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Sear,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring,
Why not?
Vice Chair Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Pago,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
yes.
Chairman Skolnick.
Yes, we are adjourned. Thank you
9.
all.
Thank you.
9 in favor.
Thank you.
Okay, see you Thursday.
Committee meetings on Thursday, though, right?
I gotta get with Mark and try.
3 of them.
So we couldn't have voted on these board